If you see anyone, will you let me know?
For what?
Anyone I can't see? I'll ask everyone else too. Well. Oops. Almost mixed these up the wrong way. Hello, Angela. I see you are here. Now, if you happen to stay on the show, and I'll be doing this periodically through the show. No, not yet. It takes a little bit for everyone to show up. I'm a few minutes early. Hello, Kim. Linda. And how is everyone so far this evening? I know it's almost Friday, yay, and I get a 3-day weekend. So that's going to be thrilling. And one day I'm sleeping in. So tonight I ordered these new tarot cards. They're the Rider-Waite deck. But the difference of them, hello Faye, is they're nice and shiny, look. And each card, it looks like you got a rainbow going on in the cards. Oh yes, this has been a long week. So I'm thrilled about it. Yippee, tomorrow is Friday. Hello, Margaret. If anyone sees a person online and I pass over them, please let me know, because there are times that I don't see people. Well, if I pick up on her, I will let you know, Angela. Okay. Well, since we are starting with you, I'm going to ask a couple of questions, Angela, because I can't actually see your face. So, whoa. Okay. Dark hair? About 5'5", maybe? Give or take a little on the height. I want to say Cancer, but I feel like there's something else underlying here. Whether or not it was, I hope it's not drugs. Could you answer those questions? And is the KC sound connected to her? Okay. All right. Okay, I have a heaviness in the chest area. So normally that could mean that I had a problem breathing right at the end too. I sort of want to say, Angie, that she gives me this feeling of well, in life she must have been a little scattered, because it's like I can see a kaleidoscope of colors. And the other part is, okay, explain the kaleidoscope of colors. So this will make sense. She feels relieved. This was important to her. I don't know whether or not it's a case that she couldn't handle it anymore, but it feels extremely, this is what she wanted. So I'll leave that with you. All right. Sorry about your loss. Nothing's worse than losing family or a friend. And the card I picked for you is Strength, which definitely makes sense, because you're going to need the strength. And I also feel that it was her strength, her decision. So if that's the case, then I'm going to tell you, go ahead and grieve her. No, she doesn't want to be held on to. And I feel like I'm this flower about to bloom. All right. Okay, so Linda, the Wheel of Fortune. And these are traditional Rider-Waite deck. The only difference is these are so colored different, and in person, like, what's that? What is it called when it shimmers like that, Ash? Anyways, my help's not listening. But the Wheel of Fortune, look at the brightness in the card and the way the wheel's turning, it's being guided. And so for me, Kim, your life is about to be guided, whether it's you taking control of the wheel and you're guiding it yourself, or whether it's spirit on the other side. Normally also means having those the foundational core of who you are before you start steering the wheel is really important. So it's like knowing who you are, knowing what you want, so you can find that Wheel of Fortune for yourself. And the other thing about it is that I don't know where TT comes into play, like Tom, Thomas, Tim, Timothy, but there's some connection, or Tony, female or guy, but there's the sound of T around you as well. Hello, Faye. I have pulled the Ace of Wands, and this obviously a hand issued through a cloud with wands, but this is growth, new starts, new beginnings. This is the opportunity to put your hand to something that you truly want to do, whether that's gardening, whether it's geocaching, whether it's just giving information to people because you feel the ability and the capability of helping them. And the one thing about when you give so much, Faye, you also have to remember to take in turn. Like if someone offers to help you with something, it's the time now, Faye, for you to say yes. Thank you. I'll take that offer of help. Not just to always be giving. It's time for you to take the offer of help. Margaret, hello. And I'll say hello to everyone. Holographic cards. Thank you, Penelope. I'll say hello to everyone else, and as I work my way down, I will get to you. Okay, Margaret. You're working nights in Taylor, BC. Not sleeping well either by the looks of things. Worried about a few things, but this tells me that if you can remove the worry before you go to bed, if you take all the clutter out of your head before you go to bed, then you're going to be able to sleep. Okay. Not only that, but you're going to be able to put your problems into perspective so they become like stepping stones, and you can work your way through each problem and not have the overwhelming feeling of pressure on your chest and not being able to breathe or make it to a decision that you want to make. I'm going to say keep up the good work. And because I feel like, again, I'll stand by what I said last night, sort of feel like there's an opportunity for you to look to a new job. Okay, so she had assisted death. Well, honestly, I really feel like for her, Angie, this is what she needed. Jessica, let's find you a card. The Three of Wands. There is an opportunity for you also where work is considered. And this is you looking into the distance, holding on to what you have, but exploring the possibilities that are around you or even in a different location than you are. And I feel that by doing this, you're opening up a door, communication of some sort that allows someone else to recognize you and may even say to you, Jessica, why don't you put your name into this? I can't promise you anything, but you might just have a shot at it. So I'm going to say it's definitely worth you looking at. And again, there's some sort of competition. Again, I don't know if it's work or whether or not you're actually going to do the bodybuilding competition. Okay. Either way, it seems very satisfying going through the competition. It's almost like one empowers you, but the other portion of that is that it shows you your stamina, what you can do to get to where you want to be. All right. Hello, Elaine. And the Hierophant. Stand still and listen, Elaine. There is noise being made around you. Someone's talking. This is in spirit form. Feels like a mother. So mother, grandmother. And I feel like they're trying to get through to let you know that if you stand still and listen and you have the choices to make around it, that whatever you make, you're making in the right direction. Your choices seem to have power to them. So I'm going to say, just Elaine, stand still, listen to yourself, listen to the vibration of your choice, because whatever you're making, it feels empowered. Plus, like I said, I feel like there's a mother or grandmother around you who's helping you make the choices. So Moonlight's here. You can see her ear. She thinks that she should be on stage too, right? I'm getting the filthiest look. All right. Faye, you're welcome. Linda, you're welcome. And Penelope, let's go with you. Well, sis, moving forward, challenges, victory. This is exploring the fields around you and actually having fun in the process. And this could be the geocaching that you're doing. And you got something to say about this card? And they're saying that just literally let your hair down, have a little fun. Okay. There's also some challenges coming up at work, Penelope, but don't worry, you're going to get through them. They seem to work their way out. There may be like a lid on a jar. You have to twist a certain way to open it or to put it back on. And not to worry, you're going to be able to put that genie back in the jar if you want to. Margaret, you're welcome. Hello, Lisa. Lisa, I have picked the High Priestess. Now, I did shuffle the cards. Two things around you. There's a bead like in Barbara, Betty, Belinda, Bob, Brian, Ryan, because it rhymes for me. And just going to be talking to you. Could be someone of your past, not necessarily of your future, but someone talking to you. I feel very calm, relaxed. I don't feel like they're out after anything. But the thing is, just take your time as you listen to them. And then the J, like in Jennifer, Jane, Jeanette, Jan, Jesse, James, Jim, Jordan. There's also the J around you. And this news is exciting. The B one is more, okay, whatever. But the J one feels like I'm jumping it for joy. Okay. So there's an opportunity for you to partake of excitement with another person. So it would be congratulations. And it feels like there's a little twist around a romance. And I'm not sure if I mean you're going into a romance or there's a twist around if you're in a romantic situation, little twist around it, but it's sort of a neat twist. It's like going down a water slide. Okay, you know you want to do it, but you also know that when you hit the water, sometimes you go in nicely and other times it could be a little like a barrier. But there's something fun about the twist. All right. Hello, Shiley. All right, let's pull a card for you. And I have the Four of Cups. This is about contemplation, meditation. It's about zoning in on what emotionally you would like to have inside your life. It shows that you're being offered something, but you're too busy looking at the past, looking at the cups that are down there, instead of paying attention to the offer that is made to you, whether this is a work offer, an emotional, a friendship, a relationship. They're saying, stop looking down at the past. Look to your future. Look to the offers that are made to you, because what if you miss out on something because you just weren't paying attention? Because there may never be another opportunity for you to do the same thing. Well, hello, Kathy. Very nice to see you. And I have the Three of Coins for you, Kathy. And this is celebration around a marriage. This could be a re-wedding, like someone who's already married and getting married again. Is that renewal? Redoing our vows, rejoicing in the pleasure we've had inside of our life. But this is something that you're actually going to attend. So if they're necessary for a mask, please wear your mask. And the other thing about this is keep an eye on your bank book. Make like your Visa, if you use one, just make sure you're not being double booked for something that you paid for once, but then they put it back on your Visa. So you may have to get a little clarity. I think you get a month from the time it's done to when you actually see it. So please keep an eye on your money. You're welcome, Elaine. Well, I'm glad you like that, Penelope. I know. I didn't even think of it. Run on red. This is Russ. That's orange. Never even thought of it. Good thing I have white here because that sort of makes the distinction, doesn't it? Hi, Jeanette. Okay. Jeanette, let's see what we have for you. Oops, fell in my lap. Just a minute. 2 of them. Okay, Jeanette. We have the Ace of Cups. Finding your direction and knowing exactly what you want. And the Justice card is that it's balanced, that things are beginning to work out. The emotions may have ran rapid, but now they're beginning to fall into place and they're beginning to find that place that you really want to be in. There is an opportunity for you to go to a lake here shortly. So it could be that you're going to go water skiing or you're going to just sit by a lake, and make sure you put on sunscreen. And if you got your daughters with you, make sure they have their sunscreen on too. Oh, hello, Ilya. Ilya, the Craftsman's card, the 8 of Pentacles. Well, thank you. Yes, we have no idea. We think it was medicine that actually made me feel really sick. So things are working out. Thank you. 8 of Pentacles. This is Craftsman's card, and this is you making money for yourself, but it's also writing. It could be journalizing, it could be writing a story, it could be signing some contracts. So read the contracts before you sign them, because if there's one thing, read them before you weep. And it's a hard lesson to learn. Been there, done it. Should have read the contract a little closer, or should have made sure I wrote in the margins what the guy said. Because, sometimes they don't always put down the verbal aspect of the contract. So make sure you read the contract. All right. Well, we'll wait a few minutes, but just in case I don't see Sandra, so I'm going to pull Sandra a card because she normally shows up. And somewhere along the line, Sandra, and this is Sandra Murray, the 6 of Swords. This is moving from disturbance into calmness, but this is also finding your pace in life, the pace you want to set, not the pace everyone else wants you to do. And so they're saying that you're going to move forward, and there's some nice little pleasant changes coming, like maybe a new vase for the living room. And it could also be something as in a new rug, something new too coming towards you. Thank you, Kathy. I don't see Connie, so I will pull her a card. And Connie, nice. I pulled the 9 of Pentacles, and the 9 of Pentacles is about conserving your money, but it's also watching your money grow. So because I'm not a financial planner, I really encourage you to talk to someone who is a financial planner to figure out, how do I make my money grow? And it feels like you're putting into separate accounts, and it just feels like it's growing like cent by cent sort of idea, Connie, but it definitely feels like it's a good choice for you. And you also have a news from a loved one who may want to pop in for a visit. So you're a little prepared for that, but you may have a loved one who's coming for a visit, Connie. All right. Well, Penelope reminded me last night that sometimes dreams give us messages. And last night, our cousin Sandy, which is different than Sandra, she was on last night, and I sent her this message. because at 4 o'clock in the morning, I woke up and it was like, oh my God, it's got to be 4 when I looked at my little iPad to find out it was. But I had a dream about our aunt. And our aunt and our uncle, they were married. They're both dead. They've been dead for a while. And I had a dream about them. And it was cute in one aspect because I actually said to them, Sandy was in my dream. And I said, you can tell Sandy this. And they said, no, that's why you're here, dear. And they gave me the message. So I did hand it on to her this morning. But it is amazing how sometimes our dreams will give us a message. So be open to the message inside of your dream. Hello. Is it Chandra? Chandra? Okay. I have every now and then I know what the card is, but my brain goes blank because something slips in there. 2 of Pentacles. I saw a piggy bank and I saw you putting money into the piggy bank as though you're saving for something that you really want, as though it could be a new pair of shoes, it could be a wedding dress, it could be a birthday cake, but you were saving for what you wanted, not for anyone else. This is strictly for you. And it feels it's going to take you about 6 months to a year to save the exact amount of money you'd like to have to do this. But I also feel like you're borrowing from something else, as though maybe you're cutting back on an expenditure so you can put the money away. So think of it like this. I don't buy Starbucks, or normally my coffee is McDonald's, which is a whole $1.50. But let's say you buy a Starbucks, which is an average of $5 a day. So instead of buying $5 a day, you're only going to buy 2 in the week. And that way all the other money goes away. So it feels like that, Chandra. Hello, Lily. Lily. I pulled the Devil. Now, we're never tied to anything permanently, all right? We can make our decisions. We can change our decisions. We can move in a different direction. We're never always tied to one thing in particular. And this is saying that the chains, Lily, for you are only as tight as you make them, that you can walk away from something you've gone into and you don't have to stay in it if you don't want to. Now, this also makes me think that I know it sounds crazy, but I hear another birth around you guys. But I take it their little grandson, great-grandson is doing okay. So I'm going to say give him a kiss. Hello, Linda, and welcome to the show. I don't think I've seen you before. Linda, I pulled the 2 of Cups for you. Look, they're both getting into the act tonight. That's shadow. And I pulled the 2 of Cups, and this is relationships. This is finding the love inside of yourself to enjoy the relationship. We can be in a relationship and not feel the love, but this is saying that you're going to feel the love. You're going to find the love. And whether that relationship is between you and a husband or a wife, or whether it's between you and a child, there is this feeling, this overjoy that feels deep inside, and you're really going to find. So I'm wondering if this relationship has to do with yourself, like finding a love inside of yourself to love you, because there's that old saying, if you don't love yourself, how do you expect anyone else to love you? So they're saying there's a lot of love coming your way, and you'd better be open to it. You're welcome. And Kathy, that was Chandra. You're welcome, Chandra. Kathy, speaking of dreams, I cannot for the life of me figure out why I keep dreaming about Mike. Because, you know what, Kathy, we've been through this so many times. It's because you thought he was, so it's always going to be there. And normally, if you think of someone cheating, it means they're being faithful. That dream is totally the reverse of what you dream. Hello, Amanda. How are you? Amanda, I'm pulling a card, just a minute. The 2 of Wands. New opportunity for you around work too, but this is also viewing your world in a different perspective. So maybe in your case, maybe some rose tinted glasses would actually help because you see it so black and white. And it could also be a new direction that you're taking inside of your world. And it could be you're developing your gift a little bit more, you're listening more. And so I'm going to recommend meditation at least 5 minutes a day or 5 minutes every other day. And remember to keep notes, okay? Because I really feel like you need to expand the knowledge that's around you, and it feels like it's coming from spirit. Lily, you're welcome. And hello, Cal85 again. Welcome. Haven't seen you before. I have the Eight of Swords. And this normally says to me that you feel trapped. You feel locked inside a circle, that you don't know how to get out of it. But the truth is you're the person binding yourself, because look, the lady is standing in front of the swords, not behind them or around them. They're standing in front of an open field. So I'm going to say whatever you are allowing to hold you captive, let it go. Unless you really want to be in that situation, they're saying to let it go because you're the only one holding you captive. Linda, well, glad to hear that. Amanda, well, yes. Marty, hi. Ooh, Ace of Swords. Clarity of thought, new vision. Preparing to march upon the world with an attitude of I can do. All right. This is you moving forward. You having the clarity of thought and the attitude. I can do. I can do this because I believe in myself. And so, Marty, this is a good card. Plus, again, the word of caution. If there is something that you have to sign because you're having a repair done, read the contract, or you're buying something new. Oh, Amanda. I do think he may try to get time served, but I'm not sure she's fooling you, but I don't think the whole picture is there. Okay, so I'm going to say the fact that you're quite aware of the fact that she's pulled the wool over your eyes a few times, this tower coming off the house, I don't know if she'd actually be coming home or not, or whether she'd be moving into a different place than you. Probably more advisable than having her in the house. Hello, Melissa. And Amanda, I pulled another card because I was just curious what they said. And this is the heartache card. This is the card where, twice bitten, once bitten, twice shy sort of idea. So really pay attention to your instincts. All right, Melissa, let's find something for you. And yes, I can hear Penelope. Look, she's going through the cards. Yes, tonight I am, because unless it resonates with me that it's for you, I'm not reading the card. Okay, this is the Five of Wands, Melissa. This is a competition. But notice how you're the one holding the swords up and there's other people keeping them at bay. So you definitely have people on your side that want to see you succeed. All right. And they're saying to go forth, young lady, and challenge what you're looking for. Don't be afraid to ask the questions, because the more you ask the questions, the better you become. Oh, Kelly, you must have missed it. I did pull a card for you, but let's see. Let's see if I can remember which one it was. And just 1 second. I don't remember which card it was. That was... Okay, this must have been it. The Two of Cups, Kelly, is what I pulled. And this is about a relationship, and it's being open to a relationship and knowing that love's coming your way, but it's a rejoicing. Okay, That's what I pulled earlier. You could skip back a little if you wanted and you could see it. Hello, Jeff. You are Marty's husband. Well, hello. So, little twist in that relationship. But you're a hard worker. You want to move forward. There are times you're afraid of being poor, but this says that the two of you have a well or understanding between each other that finds growth and happiness for you. And new opportunity in employment and some money coming your way as well. And I hope you guys plan on being married for a long time, because I don't know if you're in 20 years or not yet. But if you aren't, then to me, that's about 20, possibly 40 years. So, keep your health up. Okay, Amanda. Yeah, that's going to be hard. And she's right. She isn't ready. So I am going to say it might be important that she lives somewhere else. Okay, hopefully you caught that the next time around, Kelly. I'm calling you Kelly because of Kel, but I guess that could be anything. Okay, thank you, Marty. Kathy. Okay, Kathy, it's up to you. If you want this dream to stop, then when you go to bed tonight, you actually have to say, no longer do I need the dream about Mike. Let him rest in peace. And just put a big circle with the X in it so he knows you're not interested. I know he does love you. I know he loved you. And I know for a fact he did not cheat on you. So maybe the dream is more about the fact that you want to be in a marriage again with someone who's close. Okay. I think he's lost. Okay. Your love, you think he's lost, Melissa? Well, given COVID, I'm certain a lot of people have lost the opportunity to make those connections. But I feel that you have a relationship coming towards you. So if you're single, I'm telling you, there is a relationship. Be open to it, because it feels like it's the kind of relationship that you are looking for. Okay, and Kel 85, you're still watching. And Moonlight's head's in the way. But I wanted to pick another card. So because I couldn't really remember your card. This is a message coming towards you. And the message is normally endearing, enlightening. It's a lot of fun. It's like get up and go sort of message. And the other thing about it is it could be about a relationship, if that is what you're looking for. And it's more a case of, what do you want inside your life, Cal? Do you want the solid root of it, or do you just want the flip side of a relationship, friends with benefits sort of idea? But this says there's a message coming towards you, and you really need to be open, because the more you're open, the better the message becomes. Sorry, I'm trying to talk, hold my cup, give you an idea how spoiled my cat is. I'm holding the cup so she can drink, because she won't get down and drink at the cat dish. So, okay. Well, then be open, Cal 85, because how do you know that isn't the message that's coming towards you? The possibility of marriage. So if you're in the relationship, he may be surprising you. So be open. Oh, Melissa, I'll tell you what. There's a little trick that I like to give people. And it's about how to bring a relationship towards you. And you get some wool and you make 2 dolls. But you want to make it in such a way, okay, he or she, doesn't matter. If you want marriage, then it may be something that you're going to have to sit down and have a talk about. Hello, Kelly. I knew you would be on tonight. Okay, so let me finish about this relationship doll. If I had a ball of wool around here, I'd show you. But you pull out enough wool, you make 2 dolls, the head, the arms, keeping 2 arms linked, and the feet, legs, whatever. And you hang the doll saying, this is the relationship that is coming towards me, because now you got 2 dolls. It it blends it together. It actually works pretty good. And Cal 85, I do honestly believe they showed the Knight of Swords, and I can't remember the other one, but if you went back and looked, there is, whether you're in a relationship or starting a new one, doesn't really matter to me at this point. It is the fact that you have to be open to the messages that are coming towards you, because marriage is, to me, an agreement between two people to coincide. And I just feel you need to be open a little bit more. Okay, my niece Kelly. I wanted to send you a message today and say, how are you doing? Are you back on the where you wanted to be? And this tells me you should be back pretty close to where you want to be. And it says new offers, new beginnings, a little bit of money coming your way as well, and messages from a distance. So it's going to be not until September, October that you're going to see someone you haven't seen for a while. And they're saying that there's some brightness coming towards you, and that you're supposed to open your heart a little bit more for yourself, Kelly, not for other people. So be less hard on yourself. And Cal 85, I know it's probably not what you want to hear, but I just tell you the way I see it. Hello, Brenda. Brenda, I picked patience is a virtue. And it's a big thing for some people, is to have that patience to be able to move forward and do things. And they're saying to have some patience. I think last night I told you not to be afraid to crow for your own success. And I agree with that. And the biggest thing is that this tells me you're going to get what you're after. And if it is a raise, then it's time to speak up for it. But maybe it's pacing when you say it, Brenda. Well, you're welcome, Cal 85. And Brenda, for Carly, you can let her know I picked the Lovers. Okay. Interesting enough, the Lovers card isn't for me about relationships. This is about choices. This is about trusting your instincts. So I'm telling her to trust her instincts, because to me, the more she listens to herself, the more, what is I want to say? You know, when you have the dream and you're running naked down the road and you're afraid everyone can see you, but no one really sees you? It's like that. The more she trusts herself, it doesn't matter if she's naked. She knows she's doing the right thing. Kelly, yes, I'm back in the front line, and I don't know why I ever did. Because we always have to try something that looks like it might fit us, dear. I don't know how many times I've taken a job only to go back to something I really enjoyed because it was fun. And I can think of the last one where I worked with like probably over 40 people all together. And now I work with 7, and I'm so much happier. It's so much easier. Melissa and Kelly, Cal 85, you're welcome. Okay. Melissa, I'm not sure what my woman would like after I make him. Now, when you make him, you just hang him till he comes towards you. Okay, Carly. I did the reading for you, so hopefully you saw it. And Robert, you took care of Robert, Ash? Fred? I don't have a Robert. Yes, I have Melissa Smith. Inbox me with your cash tag. Okay. Well, thank you, Dollar Store. And yeah, he's kidding. She's taking care of him. Carly, you're welcome. Yes. And as you can see, I can turn red so fast. It isn't funny. It's from being a redhead. It's never funny when you get embarrassed. Okay, there's another thing to look at if you're looking for a relationship. You write the number 2 on a piece of paper and you put it in your side drawer. Or you take, I don't have 2 things here together, I'll use the deck of cards. It's not quite what I mean, but if you had 2 wine glasses, you put the 2 wine glasses somewhere and you lead them together until you get your relationship. And then you thank universe for bringing your relationship towards you. Now, once again, I am always going to suggest you know what you're looking for, because sometimes you can ask for a relationship and you don't quite get the one you want. So be 100% sure in here what type of relationship you are truly looking for. Because I've done it. Perfect guy. He was missing something in that perfection. And he finally found the person he wanted to be with, and I'm so happy for him. But yeah, you really have to be careful. Okay, so I'm just going to give everyone a few minutes in case anyone else wants to come on. Okay. Yes, I make a shopping list. I like to sit down and describe the type of person I would like to see in my life. Not that I've done it recently. I sort of gave up years ago because I realized the kind of person I'm looking for is pretty hard to find. And I figure the right person will come towards me. So I suggest making a shopping list of what you're looking for. Do you want someone who's funny, tall, skinny, fat? Do you want them to ride a motorcycle? Do you want them in a vehicle? And to have humor. And then you also want to write down what you don't want, because that is just as important as to what you want. So you take time and you write down what you want. You take time, you write down what you don't want. And it is extremely important because, okay, let's be honest. I forgot to say that I wanted the guy to enjoy sex as much as I did. Turned out he didn't like sex. Well, so much for that relationship. So really be defined. Ilya, do I see a relationship coming towards you? This card says yes. He is an air sign. All right. He has control over his temper. He has a funny personality. He's only probably about 5'9", 5'10", though. He has humor on his side. And you don't have to worry about whether you have to keep him. Well, I should also say that Kelly and everyone, that the guy has to understand me as an intuitive person. Every guy I've ever dated always was afraid of what I could see. And so there's no fun in that. But I did learn something. If I had known, I think of all the men I dated in my lifetime, and if I had known, if I touched their shoulder, I could see where the relationship was going. I never did that because it was like prying into someone's personal sphere. But after the last dud, I do that now. But again, I haven't dated since 2007. So, I'm still waiting. Right guy might come along. Okay. Oh, and Ilya, he's about 2 years older, or there's a space of 7 years. 7 years younger, 7 years older. Okay. Space is 7 years. So, and Melissa agreed. I've been single for 8 years just because of no one has been what I wanted. And that, okay, so what I should also say is this. Sometimes there is a little compromise. Okay, not a huge compromise. The one compromise was just not in my books. But he smoked. And I loved the smell of cigars. That's what he smoked, is cigars. He didn't smoke cigarettes. So I compromised because the smell of cigars reminded me of my dad. Okay, he had to brush his teeth before he could kiss me, but nonetheless, he was willing to do it. Well, Kel, 85, there is no law that says you can't reach for your own stars now. All right? I think you really have to make a decision what you want. Okay. Well, as usual, I want to thank you all for joining me this evening. It's always been a lot of fun. Never know what I'm going to talk about. But relationships are a tricky one because I've once had someone say, well, what do you know about a relationship? You haven't had one. But the truth of the matter is, just because I haven't had one, I have years of experience of what not to do. In fact, I actually wrote a book for myself about it. It was called They're Like Chocolate, I Can't Help Myself. And it was the eye opener. So, be careful. Think of what you really want inside the relationship, what you're willing to compromise, and what you're not willing to compromise. I couldn't be with someone who wanted to sit on the couch all day and do nothing. Okay. And really, my biggest one is he has to acknowledge and appreciate the gift I have. Without that, nothing is ever going to happen. So, you all have a fantastic weekend. I will do my show, put it up on Sunday. I might just pop in and out over the weekend. I don't know yet. It depends on how far I get carried away doing other things. And really, I thank you all so much for joining me, and all the new people who joined tonight. Thank you very much. It's always nice to see new people. And well, thank you, Amanda. And my love goes to all of you. You're all amazing women and men, and I just couldn't do this without you. Thank you. May love, peace, joy, and happiness find you all in mysterious ways. Blessed be and good night.